For the past few months, both the media and the scientific community have been obsessed with 3I Atlas. Its presence in the public's imagination has dominated headlines, igniting fiery debates and speculation. But what if, in all the excitement, there's something much closer, a more immediate threat, that's barely getting the attention it deserves? Meet Comet C 2024 E1, also known as Comet Wierzchoś. This city-sized comet is green due to its distinct glowing coma, a color caused by fluorescence of diatomic carbon. Right now, there's growing interest among astronomers worldwide, with some even questioning whether this comet is racing toward Earth. With rumors circulating and questions rising, it's time to break it all down and separate fact from fiction. C 2024 E1, despite its dramatic appearance in viral photos, is a faint presence in the sky. The comet, which has been described as a glowing green monster, actually resides well beyond the reach of the naked eye. In fact, even the most seasoned astronomers who gaze into the night sky might miss it if they don't have the right equipment. Its apparent magnitude is +7, just a faint speck against the immense expanse of space. This means it is invisible to the unaided human eye, and only through binoculars or a small telescope can it be properly viewed. Even with optical help, it's hardly the spectacle that its green glow might suggest. It is a subtle, almost elusive visitor. In the constellation Sculptor, this comet hangs low in the southwestern sky for northern hemisphere observers, offering a view that can be difficult to pick out without guidance. Those in the southern hemisphere will have a better angle, but even they need the proper tools to fully appreciate the comet's presence. But don't let the faintness of C 2024 E1 fool you. It is far more significant than many might think. This isn't a passing speck in the sky. The comet is an ancient time capsule, a frozen relic from the early solar system, and a rare glimpse into the conditions that prevailed billions of years ago when our solar system was just beginning to take shape. The nucleus of C 2024 E1 is thought to be between 2 and 10 kilometers wide. This massive chunk of ice and dust, which has been hurtling through space for 4.5 billion years, has remained largely unchanged since the birth of the solar system. It's not merely a passing object, it's an ancient fragment of the solar system's primordial past. The comet is not just passing Earth, it's also passing through one of the most critical phases of its journey. The comet's closest approach to Earth will occur at a distance of 151 million kilometers. To put that in perspective, this distance is roughly the same as the gap between Earth and the Sun. Despite the dramatic nature of its approach, this distance is not one that poses any threat to our planet. The comet's trajectory, however, is notable because it marks a point of no return. Once it swings past Earth, C 2024 E1 will be ejected from our solar system, its trajectory taking it on a one-way path into the vast, dark void of interstellar space. This marks a rare event. A comet that won't orbit back into the solar system after completing its pass, but will continue on its trajectory, leaving behind a solar system it will never again visit. For the first time in its long existence, this comet will escape the gravitational pull of the Sun, doomed to wander the space between stars for all eternity. The discovery of C 2024 E1 in early March 2024 marked the beginning of a scientific race to understand more about this mysterious traveler from the outer reaches of our solar system. Polish astronomer Kacper Wierzchoś, working at the Mount Lemmon Observatory in Arizona, first spotted the faint object using a 1.5-meter telescope. At the time of its discovery, the comet was barely detectable, its brightness a faint magnitude of +20.4, and it was situated more than 1 billion kilometers from the Sun. To the casual observer, it was just another distant object in the night sky. The excitement among astronomers was tempered by its initial obscurity, and there were no immediate widespread reports of its discovery. It was just another faraway rock in the vastness of space waiting for further study. However, as astronomers began to focus more on Comet C 2024 E1, it quickly became clear that this was no ordinary comet. In the days and weeks following the initial discovery, a series of follow-up observations began to reveal more about the object's peculiar nature. These early observations, though modest, indicated that there was something intriguing about this comet, something that warranted further scrutiny. What began as a simple, unassuming find soon started to show signs of significance. As astronomers scrutinized its movement and composition, it became evident that Comet C 2024 E1 could hold keys to understanding the early solar system and the origins of comets themselves. What truly elevated C 2024 E1 from an obscure find to a major scientific prize was its subsequent observation by one of the most powerful telescopes ever built, the James Webb Space Telescope, James Webb Space, James Webb Space. By June 2024, the comet had moved closer to the inner solar system, and the JWST turned its gaze toward it. The results from this observation were extraordinary. At a distance of approximately 7 astronomical units, about the distance between the Sun and Jupiter, JWST was able to detect active venting from the comet's coma, specifically carbon dioxide, COL-EK. This discovery alone was enough to confirm that the comet was active and releasing gas as it heated up closer to the Sun, a typical behavior for comets as they approach the inner solar system. However, it was what was missing from the comet's venting that truly raised eyebrows. Carbon monoxide, CO, a molecule far more volatile than carbon dioxide, is usually one of the first gases to escape a comet's surface when it begins to heat up. Normally, as a comet gets closer to the Sun, the intense heat causes carbon monoxide to sublimate, venting into space before other, less volatile gases like SO-WEC enter to leak out. Yet, in the case of Comet C-2024 the carbon monoxide was conspicuously absent. The comet was releasing comet, but not the expected CO, which was an unexpected anomaly. This absence of carbon monoxide suggested something highly unusual about the comet's history. If the comet had spent the past 4.5 billion years traveling through the cold, distant regions of the solar system, as many comets do, it should have retained more carbon monoxide in its icy body. The fact that it didn't raises important questions about its formation and journey through space. One plausible explanation is that the comet may have lost its volatile carbon monoxide early in its existence, possibly during its formation in the outer reaches of the solar system or shortly thereafter. Alternatively, it could have lost its CO long before it was flung into the Oort cloud, an area far from the Sun's warmth where many comets are thought to originate. It's possible that the comet's volatile components were stripped away during an earlier phase in its life, long before it was ejected into the cold, dark expanses of the outer solar system. This discovery hints at a deeper mystery about the early solar system and the way comets formed. Comet C-2024 could be an ancient relic, holding secrets to the processes that took place during the birth of our solar system. The missing carbon monoxide suggests that this comet may have experienced conditions unlike any other observed in recent comets. Was it subjected to extreme forces or unusual conditions that caused it to lose key components early on? Or did it travel through a more turbulent region of the early solar system, where the conditions were far hotter than previously imagined? The answers to these questions could help scientists better understand the complex processes that shaped the solar system, and perhaps even provide insights into the early history of our own planet. What we're seeing with Comet C-2024 is a glimpse into a distant past, a comet that's been traveling through the cold outer reaches of space for billions of years, holding secrets that may have been lost to time. Its strange lack of carbon monoxide could be a clue to a deeper understanding of how our solar system came together and how comets like C-2024 evolved into the icy travelers we see today. The more scientists study this comet, the more questions arise, suggesting that we may only be scratching the surface of a mystery that has been unfolding for eons. For many, the green glow of C-2024 is the most captivating feature. The sight of the comet's eerie emerald hue has sparked widespread fascination and even speculation. But what's causing that glow? The answer is less alien and more chemical. The comet's green color comes not from some extraterrestrial force, but from diatomic carbon, C-course, a molecule that fluoresces when it absorbs ultraviolet light from the sun. This fluorescence is a common phenomenon in comets and is the same chemical reaction that causes the green glow seen in comets like 3I Atlas and Comet Lovejoy. While this glow might spark the imagination, it's not a sign of something mysterious or otherworldly. It's just another facet of the fascinating chemistry at play in our solar system. As Comet C-2024 continues its journey, astronomers are more focused on its trajectory than its color. This is a comet with a destiny that doesn't involve return visits. With its hyperbolic orbit, the Sun's gravitational pull isn't enough to capture it. Instead, after passing Earth, C-2024 will continue its journey toward the stars, forever out of reach. It will never come back. For scientists, this is both a loss and a gain. It represents an object that will never be studied again, but also one that offers a snapshot of the early solar system, an ancient body that hasn't been altered by the Sun or the planets. It's a time capsule, holding secrets of the cosmos that will never be unlocked again. While this comet may be leaving, It's also sparking a broader interest in the comets of 2026. If you miss this comet, the year ahead promises more awe-inspiring spectacles. Astronomers are already tracking the next generation of comets, some of which might become even brighter and more visible than C2024E1. Among them is C2026A1, MAPS, which is expected to potentially be visible in daylight in April 2026. If it survives the sun's intense radiation, it could become one of the most spectacular comets to ever grace the sky. There's also C2025R3, Pan-STARRS, which is shaping up to be a strong candidate for the Great Comet of 2026, possibly reaching a magnitude of 3 and becoming visible to the naked eye. These upcoming comets hold the promise of thrilling astronomical events, and they will be closely watched by both amateur stargazers and professional astronomers alike. For now, though, Comet C2024E1 remains a reminder of the wonders that lie beyond our world, the mysteries that continue to unfold in the dark reaches of space. While it may not offer the dramatic impact of an apocalypse, its journey through our solar system is a momentous one, one that speaks to the vast, ancient forces that shaped our solar system and the universe beyond. As we watch this green comet disappear into the vastness of interstellar space, we can't help but wonder, what other secrets are still out there, waiting to be discovered?